Better pay your dues, man, if you owe me some. For anybody not trying to be giving none. Body the body and leave the body slump. Body in these rappers for a living. So, trying to make a milli while I'm living. Whoa, got a couple brothers in the kitchen. Bro, them brothers ain't cooking, now they be whipping. Go, it's crazy how my people, they were whipping. And now most of my people, they be whipping. God, rolling with a pole like I'm Obi-Wan. Ain't nobody like me, I'm the only one. Ain't nobody like me, I'm the only one. Ain't nobody like me, I'm the only one. Ain't nobody, buddy. Ain't nobody like me, I'm the only one. I can't even listen to a joker. No, I can't even listen to Jehovah. Why? I really don't know why you think I'm bluffing. When I was never old enough for poker. Every only one. Better pay your dues for anybody not trying to be giving none. Body the body and leave the body slump. If I sell drugs then I might be rich, but mum said that's how a bad man lives, and bro said that's what a gangland is. So from 16 was a night man kid. They keep saying I'm a young black king. Okay, then where's my banquet? They said there's more fish in the sea, but leave that one, that's my man's fish. Snap, that's an eyeful. Hey, ours beat it like Michael. Wanna know why nobody likes you? They're scared cause there's nobody like you. Clap, that's a tower. Looking for some hope for about an hour. Looking for some flour for a minute. About to build a cake, you need some power. If I sell drugs then I might be rich, but mom said that's how a bad man lives, and bro said that's what a gangland is. So from 16 was a night man kid. They keep saying I'm a young black king. Okay, then where's my banquet? They said there's more fish in the sea, but leave that one, that's my man's fish. Everybody wanna be the only one. Better pay your dues, man, if you owe me some.
All right, coming up next, this highly anticipated matchup for the UFC middleweight division title. So here he is, the #1 middleweight contender, getting set for this 185-pound title fight. He believes this title shot should have come a long time ago, but he has let bygones be bygones. The focus now unseating the champion in dominant fashion and starting a new middleweight legacy of his own. 25 minutes or fewer away from becoming the new champion. We will see how he performs tonight.
Just to keep you snakes closer. I can spot motive, I can try to close this. Get the lines cold, but him and I know this. Lot of opponents, hold the eyes open, rip out the hearts and let them all die soldiers. This step, ride on music, this step.
So here's the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world making the walk, looking to defend his title. It is certainly something that he's been able to do in the past. He has been challenged on this title run. It's not as though he has run roughshod through this division, but they're all still chasing him at 185 pounds tonight. At least on paper, could be his most difficult challenge to date. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. More than a decade separates these two fighters when it comes to the age, with some differences in height, but big differences in reach. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Bergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 22 wins, 8 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, presenting the challenger, Kevin the Trailblazer Holland. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 14 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 177 pounds. Fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, the Assassin.
All right, this is for the UFC Championship. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
You ready?
All right, so here we go with round one of this UFC middleweight championship fight. The consensus #1 and #2 185-pounders on the roster. The middleweight champion has defended the title several times, now looking to do just that here tonight. His last defense, he got off to an outstanding start. That is something his opponent will be looking to prevent here tonight. Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out. Yeah, we're just getting going, and now the fight's over, but excellent striking technique to land that shot and ultimately finish the fight here in the first. You've heard us say it before, but sometimes when you catch a guy cold before he's had a chance to get going in the fight, it can have a bigger effect. It certainly did here tonight. All right, we'll take a look back at the highlights. You know we're going to find that nasty head kick somewhere in this highlight rip. Just an incredible result for him here tonight.
A very nice head kick to finish the fight, but don't ignore all the work he did with his hands, and give credit to the opponent. The opponent was in there every step of the way, and in order to get a fight of the night like you got tonight, both guys have to be willing to participate.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata has called a stop to this contest at 55 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, the Assassin.
All right, so a lot of people thought the #1 contender was going to get it done tonight. Not the case, and still UFC middleweight champion of the world, and I think he wants to slow all of that roll when it comes to somebody taking his title.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy has desires to be a long-reigning champion, a champion that held onto the belt like the great Anderson Silva did before him. This guy looks to have all the tools to be a long-reigning UFC champion.
The nick of time, mercy killed the nine and prime. I killed a mood of a bruteness MacGyver. A slap a yapper from the acne to the tooth-bone fiber. I'm liver, thought crime designer, criminal minder. And I'm a born and bred Uso who truth up. Think I got a case of the Mondays on fire. Now I ain't for the drones in the zoning district. Pin them, burn them, get them, burn them. Can't get the ghost up, no resistance. Pass the shit, Mike, I have to insist it. Reality sucks, how's that for wisdom? Lick the toe back like delicious. Time elves wave to me off at a distance. Hey little guy, I'm just walking through from another timeline where monsters eat truth. Physicists say the dough, I get proof. The multiverse lives, I'm supposed to just lose. Last on a tank, I drive is all fuel. Gotta try to stay cool, honey bunny, don't move. Blows in the hearts of the brutes. You hate run the jewels, you don't love the troops. Miss the point, trying to act like shit's cool. Tell Doom your numbers not due. Every other goddamn year brand new. It's been 20 plus years. You think that's a clue? Maybe this guy kinda killed what he do. He's probably that dude. He left enough proof. Plenty of these groups disappeared. He's still the next big thing. Gotta hurt. Ooh, I got it.
all that four back, we don't play that. You won't beat, bro, you just state that. And we stake that, fry and bake that. One time in the big old South, lived a little chubby kid with a big old mouth. Lame writers gave him big old doubts. Now the same little boy in a big old house. Look at him now in the big old folk, hate to pay big old Mars. Hey, 1 minute let me be candid. You stand by the garbage can hand to hand. And that dumb trap shit, no proper plan. And seeing ignorant shit like geekers dance. And rappers rap about it like it's so romantic. But I still can't seem to escape the panic. DTSD streets did the damage. Kept me in hammock, laid back and panic. Get me up, it be some laminate. I'ma come through and leave some damage. I say I'm somebody called Amberland or Ambulance. Out of chances, that weak shit you be bantering. You're common cold and my flows are cancerous.
And coming up next, our main event, a matchup for the UFC middleweight division title. So here he is, the #1 middleweight contender, getting set for this 185-pound title fight. He believes this title shot should have come a long time ago, but he has let bygones be bygones. The focus now, unseating the champion in dominant fashion and starting a new middleweight legacy of his own. 25 minutes or fewer away from becoming the new champion. We will see how he performs tonight. So here's the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world making the walk, looking to defend his title. It is certainly something that he's been able to do in the past. He has been challenged on this title run. It's not as though he has run roughshod through this division, but they're all still chasing him at 185 pounds tonight. At least on paper, could be his most difficult challenge to date. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. More than a decade separates these two fighters when it comes to the age, and they both possess a similar height and reach. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out arena in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 15 wins, 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Introducing the challenger, Paulo the Eraser Costa. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 15 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 177 pounds. Fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, the Assassin.
All right, this is for the championship. You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
Ready. Ready to fight.
Here we go with this UFC middleweight championship fight. The round 1 clock is starting to tick. The #1 contender believes the champ is right for the picking. The champion has heard that noise in the past, and he has dismissed all challengers. He has defended this title. He has taken on all comers. Now tonight, as he tries to continue this championship. Oh,
he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Yes, sir, it goes into the books as a first-round win by knockout, near-perfect execution. The technique was absolutely gorgeous, and again, when you catch a guy early, maybe you're getting him goal before he's had a chance to work up a sweat or even get into the fight a little bit, those strikes can have a bigger effect, and it certainly did here tonight. And there is the UFC middleweight champion. Hard to be much more impressive than that on the biggest of stages. A knockout win to leave as the middleweight king.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 46 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, the Assassin.
All right, so there he is, the still UFC middleweight champion of the world. He has retained this title at 185 pounds for some time and showing no signs of slowing down.
This is a weight that hasn't had many middleweight champions. Anderson Silva reigned for so long that every time a guy gets his hands on the belt, they're going to hold on to it for dear life. Tonight, he got the job done and remains the UFC middleweight champion.
Next, new bro can't link up. What you heard about? LA 2Bs, that's next up. Keep low around me, that's bestest. Sign my son, so I gotta sing 100,000 praises. My brother's 100,000 shaking. I can leave 100,000 bacon, and still count 100,000 later. Keep the position on that piece. Started to start on best me. What you saying? He sent me money through mailing if he said he text me. Cause I got ends that I can't even talk about. Couple wins that I can't even see. He's in the gym, so when I ain't calling. I do the man, so the one that they want about Brooklyn. From the 9 if they ask, and live on them, got the clip for the passion. One of those problems, but I'm not a dude, smack. I'm a the ain't shit change. You might have knew me, but you do not know me. It's ancient. Wait, a lot of you copping designer and flexing, it cost you an arm and a thigh. They say roll your dollars, cause you are not dripping, my brother, you're plumbing the spine. Raising the stakes and I'm raising my standards, I'm raising my level of bro too. You made some money, but blow it to nothing forever, that hopes too. We rather do it, I'm focused, the motion is fluid, ain't with it, it's you doing. I'm low and I'm booming, I plot then I got what I booted. You with it, so don't be a doofus, cause you spending too much, so you dizzy too much, so you probably ain't busy enough. We keep a Vinny on tuck up, a digi is much, he get busy, we dibby the cut. And I just got curved, little bitch did a bird move, back to back into the bird. Let her fly, that's what birds do. I had the choice and I gave it to Hollywood. He took it up how I thought he would. Your list is a force, you cannot be the source. Cause if I am not on it, you probably should. Off yourself. Wow. I'm just playing, I ain't tripping on it. Won't forget it when you come a question. I'm just saying I need bigger portions. They love the marble at what you got. I'm trying to learn how to you got it. They talking like they don't want your spot. I'm about to get you the about it. I'm moving, brand new. You feel the way I ain't asked you. My mood is Benz too. Square on my dollars, they pass through. Cause I've been on 2233, how you ain't hurting me. Either you sleep or you dead. All of your armor is nursery, not for emergency. Why would I aim for the head? He got a bag and he brag now. I get to check and say less. Don't you know everything lab now? If it ain't put it to rest. Yeah. God knows. How we get here, only God knows. Pressure. Yeah, this shit hit set in stone. Y'all shit been getting old. Think we just set the tone. New crib and never home. I learned to make it own. Either you do or don't. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I smile and shake a hand. It's always the same dance. I move like a Rain Man. Rain, yeah. They been fighting, can't change him. They been trying, can't tame him. I'm a lion in games den. Diamonds. Cold. Pressure. Diamonds. Cold. Pressure. Yeah. Pressure, 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 pressure. Let's go. Pressure, pressure. Yeah. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Pressure, pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Rags to riches. I feel like Aladdin, I had to get it. I jumped on the porch and went north to my granny. Don't worry, be back in a minute. She had hated and bitch that get it. Asking now, she's so happy I did it. The magic of loving is sinning. No, we lose, no, we breathe, and we live it. Wow. We just worked all week, let's sit the town. Girls is going wild, we know pass them around. House so big, this shit, it feel like lost and found. Dog, I feel so big, can't none y'all stop me now. Only God knows. Pressure, pressure, pressure. How we get here, only God knows. Pressure, 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 pressure. Let's go. Pressure, pressure. Yeah. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Pressure, pressure.
We came a long way. Whip, cream. Yeah, let's go. I just got the check, I spend it all up on my. If you do not for me, I'll have to cut you loose. They said that I wouldn't make it no session. Made a lot of money, think it's time for a vacation. Every day I wake up thinking, goddamn, I just made it. Yeah, I don't with fake, so I just put them in the basement. Ladies really love me, is it clout or just some money? People hate my guts and I just think it's really funny. Yeah, told you so. Took too many, my overdose. Yeah, told you so. Why you gotta be so emotional? Yeah, told you so. Took too many, my overdose. Yeah, told you so. Why you gotta be so emotional? Yeah, back, can you back it up? Always hating on me and you wonder why I act up. Brothers got my back and they stay hitting like a Mack truck. Hit them on the celly if I really need the backup. Whip, yeah, whip it up. Sip, by my sippy cup. Drip, then I mix it up. Yeah, hey, I mix it up. Yeah, told you so. Took too many, my overdose. Yeah, told you so. Why you gotta be so emotional? Yeah. Oh Lord, the kid did it again. Yo shows be looking little as shit. Oh boy, they caught me sinning again. Oh boy, they caught me sinning again. Yeah.
Mount Everest ain't got shit on me. Mount Everest ain't got shit on me. 'Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world.
All right, coming up next, this highly anticipated matchup for the UFC middleweight division title. Looking to become the UFC middleweight champion of the world, here he is, the #1 middleweight contender. For a long time, this man has been one of the best 85ers in the world, but this title fight eluded him. It is here right now. He is healthy, he is smack dab in the middle of his prime, and he believes he is the best 85er in the world and is out to prove just that tonight and walk away with 12 pounds of UFC gold. So here's the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world making the walk, looking to defend his title. It is certainly something that he's been able to do in the past. He has been challenged on this title run. It's not as though he has run roughshod through this division, but they're all still chasing him at 185 pounds tonight. At least on paper, could be his most difficult challenge to date. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. So more than 10 years apart, these two fighters, and they both possess a similar height and reach. All right, now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Loving. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 18 wins, 10 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Yuma, Arizona, USA. Introducing the challenger, Kelvin Gastelum. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 16 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 177 pounds. Fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, the Assassin.
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner. You ready?
All right, so here we go with round 1 of this UFC middleweight championship. Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
Holy smokes! What a fight!
Yes, sir, it goes into the books as a first-round win by knockout, near-perfect execution. The technique was absolutely gorgeous, and again, when you catch a guy early, maybe you're getting him cold before he's had a chance to work up a sweat or even get into the fight a little bit, those strikes can have a bigger effect, and it certainly did here tonight. And there is the undisputed king of the 185-pounders, the UFC middleweight champion of the world. And how about the knockout to get the job done tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Loving has called a stop to this contest at 6 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, the Assassin.
And still the king of the 185-pounders. There he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion after the knockout tonight in his title defense. And that's got to feel pretty good. There were a lot of people backing the #1 contender coming in here tonight, but he certainly muted all of that noise and then some. The celebration is on in the corner. Congratulations to the reigning, defending, still undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world.
tell his ass I wanna rise. Velo Duggan with Bari, all of my got tags. We gon' march in the party, get the out of my way. 30 got kicked like karate, don't wanna meet the AK. Hey, look at me, 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 look at me now. Kidding me, all of my jewelry costs about 100 now. My enemies never had sympathy, Fergie finna lay him down. Sipping on Hennessy, hopping up in the pile.
I roll out with no cash on me, calm now with no mash on me. It's actually 1,000 capacity, 5,000 over the UK and then add it up and get back to me. You pussios are not bad for me. Madman, they go mad for me. Who the went and gassed you up like you're good enough to be clashing me? Oh, please stop harassing me. Charge me up and put gas in me. Them little fish wanna try ting. Oh man, the audacity. I got girl in my inbox sending me eyes, living on the edge to the end of our lives. Wolf in the sheepskin telling me lies. Sometimes I love when my enemy dies. Woo. So ahead of my time, mainstream boy starts letting off lie. We can never ever ever level in price. Take that fee and then treble it twice. Yeah, the problem's back, I got flows. Watch your back, I'm on smoke. Dodge the paps and do both. My boys on maximum bolts. Ain't no time to blind man. Know my ting from here to Thailand. You man got that gun off my man, so you man got that gun on finance. Like what's this? Rent a skeng by your own. Use my pen to skeng, fry your dome. Want me to send for them, mind the throne. Cliche rep it ends, die alone. Cliche run your gums and die broke. I don't buy in ones, I buy bulk. Yeah, go and bust your gun, I like smoke. Rude boy, mind your lungs, you might choke like cough, cough, puff, puff, pass. You're not tough or hard. They're calling me the Virgin Mike. How the hell I put so fast? Rude boy, I came and shook my whole era. No cosigns for me and no carers. 2019, I swear I've gone clearer. Draw for the dead MCs like Paul Bearer. I roll out with no cash on me,
calm now and no. Stay away from these ashy youths, where they come around and get ash from me. That's 5,000 capacity. 5,000 capacity, then spread that over the UK and then add it up and get back to me. You pussios are not bad for me. Madman, they go mad for me. Who the when they gassed you up like you're good enough to be clashing me? Oh, please stop harassing me. Charge me up and put gas in me. Them little fish wanna try ting. Oh man, the audacity.
Had to sign this K, no Harry. Now my tracksuit says Balmain Parry. Smoke on bro, no Cali, so you better stay well back, Danny. Oh, now we got beef in the streets and I thought I'd only be in my patty. Cause I know how to work this handy, knowledge is part of us Gandhi. I was with a bro eating Jennifer aunties, I told her I'm trying to be the best I can be. Next guy I go end up on the up block like who's on me, Charlie. Come off the ring like Andres Townsend, I bought a new Hanny and a cost 4,000. Kept it close, pagans wanna out me, they want me in a box like chicken chow mein. I wonder why us wanna try me, why first put me in court and try me. My bees get bored and down me, and Arsenal will go to the nets, I'm like, shall we? Laid back but still rowdy, same goose when throwback still round me. Funny how my old thing still shout me. Oh, allow me, roll out it so casually. I'm popping up in cities randomly. London City or Birmingham, I just done 100 through Canterbury. No security, I could have a 20 in cash on me. Tried and can't believe I'm rich, so they're in the house like they're Ali G.
I roll out with no cash on me, calm now with no mash on me. Stay away from these ashy youths, so they come around and get ash on me. That's 5,000 capacity, 5,000 capacity. Then spread that over the UK and then add it up and get back to me. You pussios are not bad for me. Madman, they go mad for me. Who the when they gassed you up like you're good enough to be clashing me? Oh, please stop harassing me. Charge me up and put gas in me. Them little fish wanna try ting. Oh man, the audacity. Oh man, the audacity. Oh, it's a catastrophe. I changed the game drastically. Big man, cut down Glastonbury. Flashbacks from Glastonbury. Love it when it all comes back to me. Telling lies, not facts on me. I roll out with no special on me. God's son, this is flesh on me. Stay away from these pagan youths. Cause many men, they wish death on me. When Banksy put the vest on me, felt like God. Banksy put the vest on me. Felt like God was testing me.
Don't rush, slow touch, brown and white. Now go
Who could have pictured this, huh? I mean, I always knew you were something special, but this is next level. Only a handful of fighters have become double champs in the UFC. Some very rare company. And time. Good. All right, at the end of the night, though, remember, it's just a fight. Stay focused on the task at hand. We can worry about finding more trophy space in the morning. All right, let's go. Good. That's it.
All right, so here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC champion. But tonight, an opportunity of a lifetime to etch his name in the history books as one of only a handful of fighters to be a simultaneous two-division UFC champion. Conor McGregor was the first to do it. This fighter can join him in short order if he can get the win against another champion here tonight. Well, he has joined a long list of Hall of Fame types: Chuck Liddell, John Jones, Daniel Cormier. Now this man is the hunted at 205 pounds. He is the UFC light heavyweight champion. He has defended the belt. He has proven without a shadow of a doubt that he's the best 205er in the world. A lot of momentum with the challenger here tonight, though. A lot of people think we're getting a new champion. The champion is not among those. We'll see if this man can walk out the same way he walked in as the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. So more than 15 years, the gap in age between these two fighters. Some differences in height and reach as well. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 17 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, introducing the challenger, the Assassin. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Muay Thai fighter holding a professional record of 32 wins, 11 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Warsaw, Poland, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, Jhontal.
All right, this is for the UFC Championship. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
You ready? Are you ready?
Well, you can feel the tension in the building. Back to the feet. Oh, he might be out. Oh! His misses are interesting. Back to the feet. And now he's got that tie clinch. We'll see if he can do it. Oh!
Put him to sleep.
Oh! Yeah, we're just getting going, and now the fight's over, but excellent striking technique to land that shot and ultimately finish the fight here in the first. You've heard us say it before, but sometimes when you catch a guy cold before he's had a chance to get going in the fight, it can have a bigger effect. It certainly did here tonight. All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
A full-on display of all of his skills. He did everything in this championship-winning performance. He used his wrestling. He used his elbows. He used his pace and pressure to really wear down his opponent so that he can get his hand raised.
Hey, I be talking to myself like in the mirror and shit. Is you ready for this shit? Alright, what's up? I wasn't ready for that 100 mil, but now I am. Remember being ready for war, then the gun jam. I guess God wasn't ready for him. And you blessed me. He wasn't ready for you, homie. I was born ready, day one. Since a child I was grown. I'm just me, and I ain't got no respect for a goon. Why not? Cause real killers kill by who they love. Bricks and 94 in the split. You my plug, respect that. How many you really know Mexicans? None of the Draco in the crowd, pedestrian. And look at you. Ain't really killers, can get you crying all in your feelings. You with dirt, but you ain't kill 'em. Making them type of statements. I'm like, damn, you just on the gram, exaggeration. But squad dead and mob this. How you pull up and rob shit? Fact is, you ain't ready, then you a whole bitch. I survived them streets, I seen some cold shit. I really did. No longer speak to my partner, cause he did whole shit. No longer for my bitch, situation petty. I could've patched it, fixed it up, but I really wasn't ready. You think you ready for prison? You think you can stop the day, go do a 20-year sentence, huh? Keep my name out your mentions. Don't check 'em without flinching. And 40 come with extensions, I'm ready.
Sony, to me that's like catching Chapo. I'm going independent, to me that's like hitting the lotto. Heaven means in Rock Nation and owning shit is the motto. When Jay your big homie and the streets got you, you drop a hit, you get too big and they forget about you. They say they bosses, but the can't do shit without you. Free my 5, I'm out here sick without you. A label, man, I can do this shit without you. I had them bricks before you. To take this talking to me, I ignore you. How my baby mama don't like me when I support you. Hood turned their back on me, but I still represent it. Cause none of you look can take back what I done in it. I'm a done in it, Louis bag, gun in it. High fashion, man purse, the drum in it. If it's war, it's murder, you know that comes with it. Bloodline or hustlers, that mean my son with it. I'm ready, more ready than ever. $250,000 for the watch with no bezel. Richard Mille, private jet took the Draco to Cali. We had the keys way before Cali. Jay seen 100 mil, I can see 100 mil. I'ma keep grinding still till I see that 100 mil. Puff seen 100 mil, I could've did 100 years. I'm 70% off from that, I'm still thugging still. Youngster more time, bag more time. Executive got it, I need a bow tie. Big facts, no lie. My ain't got a platinum plaque, but got a platinum budget. This shit was built off cocaine and we rely on brothers. Come and sandwich, they can't relate to you. Or tell your story to corporate, they can't relate to you. They don't understand you, homie, they ain't ready for you. You a gangster with a story, let me tell them for you. You ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. Born, ready. You really ready for war? You really want a plug? You really want them bricks at your door? You ready? You really want you some millions? You think you can do what I done? Had them bricks to the ceiling? You ready?
All right, I want to see you kill it today. Let's go in there and crush it. Keep pushing. That's how we work. This is when we put it all together. Great job. All right, some sweet science. Let's go. Yeah, that's it. Work on that boxing damage. I love it. Yes, big punch. Yeah, that'll leave a bruise. That's it. Come on. Moving on to the next. Keep at it. Nice boxing. Yes, nice boxing. Now, just keep building up that damage. Then... Come on, 30 seconds left.
Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stuck at the stoplight. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stuck at the stoplight. It's about 10 to 4 when the back of the coupe is open. Your girlfriend's gone off that goose and cola. You bout goddamn. And I'm also focused for the day that I blow this open. Money like hocus pocus at the club with a bunch of brokers. Also, I can poke the broke bitch. Hang eyes, trap. Put you all over that. Damn that, so fat. Home ice. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stuck at the stoplight. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stuck at the stoplight. You know what I'm reaching for. Shot my 3, who's keeping score? Too late to wait anymore. 1 mile till we make it home. Get a bag, get paid, get low. Ben Frank, don't stop, press go. Pick it up, lot of money on the flow. Keep shaking, 100 days, 100 poles. Hang eyes, put you all over my Snapchat. Damn that, so fat. Gotta get you home like stat. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stuck at the stoplight. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light.
Are you gonna be in the car?
2 twins in the back of the black Cadillac, like back, get smacked in my mama hatchback, like I'ma let the roof back.
Coming up next, it's the UFC Women's Bantamweight Division matchup. All right, so here she is, one of the best wrestlers in this or any division. You hear a lot of parents say, I got to get my daughter in jiu-jitsu. How about getting them in wrestling? You turn out a product like this.
By having that wrestling approach, she possesses something different. She's constantly on the forward. She understands the ability to train. The way that your body starts to respond to being fatigued, she has done that since she was a very little girl.
Yeah.
And the beauty in the wrestling is that as a kid, she didn't just wrestle girls. She wrestled little boys.
Right.
So now as she's competing in the female divisions, she understands competition across all genders. The ability to compete is what carries this young lady to being so dominant in her performances.
She is so gifted in transition. It'll be a pleasure to watch her work here tonight. She has a difficult matchup in front of her. Well, she's one of the more well-rounded fighters, DC, that we have in this division. A true mixed martial artist. Her first martial art was MMA. That certainly helps.
Yes, she's a new breed of fighter. A fighter that, as a young girl, she was brought into a gym, and in that gym, she told the coaches, I don't want to wrestle, I don't want to do jiu-jitsu, I don't want to kickbox and box. I want to do it all.
Right.
Is there an MMA class for my daughter to take part in? She did that from day one, and you see all that development over the course of a lifetime has led her to the octagon, where she is already making her impact.
Yeah, she said, I didn't want to get to the UFC until I was 100% comfortable in every situation. So far, so good for her. She's got a big one in front of her here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 25 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 134 pounds. Fighting out of Seoul, South Korea, Vicious. And now introducing your opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 7 wins, no losses. She stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Chosen One. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready. You ready to fight?
All right, so here she is ready to go for round number 1. This is not the fight during which to get up and go grab a cold one. How about the highlight reel that this woman has put together over her last several wins, the majority of them coming by flush knockout. Oh!
She is such a diverse striker. That dad fixed strike landed, and it looks like she's gonna finish this fight.
Some real power shots here.
My goodness!
Whoa!
You can never, no. You can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish.
Oh! Huge right hand! Back to the feet. Oh!
She is such a diverse striker. That dad fixed strike landed. Oh! You can never know what you're gonna see with this young lady. At least she's gonna finish the fight.
And just like that, the fight is over.
It's over. It's over.
If you're trying to send a message to the rest of this division, that is how you send it. So a near-perfect shot for her to end the fight. She had this crowd behind her all night long. And I'm not sure how many other fighters in this division could have absorbed that strike and stayed in the fight. A near-perfect land to get the knockout win here tonight. And there she is after the huge knockout here tonight. What a moment for this fighter. You can't help but feel good for her here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 39 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, the chosen one.
Well, there she is. This arena belongs to her here tonight. Hard-pressed to find a knockout in the women's game as stunning as that.
I mean, she has so much confidence in her hand that she's willing to stand in front of her opponent and take one to give one. And when she gave one, it shut the opponent's lights out. Great job finding that kill shot.